Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Matt.
I'm Maddie.
We're part of From Ashes to New, and you're watching Tattoo.com.
Hey guys, it's Mischievous Mel, and I'm here at Rock Allegiance, and I am with Ashes to New.
From Ashes to New.
From Ashes to New.
So,
Can you tell it's been a day on the road? It's been a long trip for all of us.
Today's been quite exciting.
What's been the most exciting thing?
Besides the set, I think just hanging out, getting to see some friends, just running around. The press is always exciting. Whether
They're scared.
That's good or bad.
The press, they're scared.
Depress?
The depressed.
Depressed.
Well, and kind of on that note, normally I don't do like a serious interview, but this run has been really about that because we've been doing a lot of stuff with like Bullet for My Valentine and We Came as Romans, and we're dealing with all of the issues that are happening, and this has been the most serious, like, angsty, whatever. And all that being said, you guys are doing an anti-bullying campaign.
Yes,
Would you like to talk about Love is Louder?
Yeah, so we're doing, well, obviously we're selling stuff on our pledge page, and everything that we sell goes to Love is Louder to raise awareness for anti-bullying. Myself, coming from a background of not feeling like I was necessarily accepted in, you know, the society that I lived in when I was younger, and, you know, having a child and being concerned that he might have to go through similar things because of being, quote, different, which, you know, I found out later in life that being unique and different is actually a really good thing. It's what's landed me here. But yeah, so we want to raise as much awareness as we can because we feel like some of these kids feel like they're not able to speak about these things. And it's not just kids, it's everybody through life, you know, especially with social media, not being able to get away from, you know, those types of attacks, so be it. We want to raise awareness, you know, just to make sure that people know that they can be heard and that we can do something about it. And, you know, we're, you know, myself suffering from anxiety and depression and coming and going and sometimes feeling great, sometimes not. I know how it goes with those types of things as well. So we're huge advocates to let people know that you can open up and you can speak about these things. And it is not the politically correct thing to just hide it and bury it is not the way that we should be going about this.
So you're fighting your demons and you're putting it into music, and do you guys realize by doing that, like, you know, you guys are helping yourselves, but for me as a fan, when I listen to music that touches me like that and speaks to me, I connect to it because, you know, we all have demons, and people don't understand. They think, oh, I'm a rock star, my life is perfect. The struggle's for you. What is it like for you on the road? You know what I mean?
I mean, you go through kind of everything. It's like, as you said, like everybody thinks like, oh, you're a rock star, life is perfect, but it's not. It's the total opposite. It's like you're away from your family 10 months out of the year. You don't get to see your children grow up half the time. You're away from your wife or your girlfriend or whatever it may be. And it's just like, that's a struggle in itself. And then you're living in a small submarine, basically, a mobile submarine with up to 12 other people. And it's like different personalities just trying to juggle all those things, the stress that comes with all of it. And it's like, it's not as glamorous as it is. And there's a lot of people who do this job and don't speak out about their struggles. They hide it and they bury it with drugs, addiction, or alcohol, or any things like that. They think it's just a big party until it becomes something that, you know, can overtake your entire life and becomes an issue. And we just want to spread that message that you should talk about it, be open about it, be real with yourself, and be real with others as well.
So if you guys had to give advice to like the peers and the people out there, but I see it more specifically with your peers because I'm amazed at how many of you guys get like talk to you, I panic attack on stage, or I panic, you know, and that's hard for people to believe because you're standing out there in front of massive amounts of people. How the fuck? How does that work? You know what I mean? Like, how do you get through that? I mean, are you going side stage and breathing into a brown bag? And I'm saying that seriously because I've panic attacked before, and it's the worst fucking feeling in the world. You just feel like your heart's caving in. Well, you know what it's like.
Yeah, I absolutely know what it's like. Stage isn't a place for me to have it, though. Stage is my therapy. So stage is where I go up and I'm me. And those people are there to see us, you know, and that's how I get by. You know, it's before stage. Before stage is like, oh my God, what if I mess up? Well, you know what I mean? Because I'm, you know, he's drumming real fast, doing crazy things. I'm, you know, you get tongue-tied sometimes. So it's like you think about those things, and those are the types of things, especially both of us being perfectionists the way that we are. That's where a little bit of the anxiety comes in. I have anxiety for other reasons, though, more than just performing and things like that. I have anxiety because of people who stabbed me in the back throughout my life that I thought were my friends, and now, it creates trust issues. It creates, different types of things, and that's where my anxiety lies, is in those, and it attacks me, like you said, a panic attack. It attacks me randomly, and it could be for nothing. I could just be sitting there watching TV, and the next thing you know, boom, I'm hit by a panic attack, and I feel like you said, like you're dying. It's just awful. So stage, that's my release. And then when I'm done, it's like, killed it.
I'm glad that you explained it like that, because for people, there's so many people that are like, oh my God, that can't be real, and that's such bullshit, and oh my God, what do you have to be depressed about, and what do you have, and they don't, and like you said, trust issues, especially in this business. I feel like people would sell their own child and rape their own mother to get that fucking deal, and so you talk to that person, it's like, oh yeah, you know what, we're family. Fuck you if you use that word and you've known me for 2 seconds.
When you're at the top, you're family. When you're at the bottom, you're nobody. That's the way that it works. So
how's that affected you?
How's that affected us?
I mean, yeah, like
personally?
yeah, you personally. Like, how do you deal with that? Because I'm wondering if you're dealing with kind of the same stuff, or.
I mean, for at least myself, like I try to see through those type of things a little bit and try to understand what's real and what's not real, and try to just, stay away from, I guess, those type of people that are like very either negative or over the top about certain things, and it's just like that to me is kind of like a red flag. Like, you're obviously dealing with something yourself as well. If you're constantly coming at me or trying to utilize me or use me, it's like you're trying to feed some sort of insecurity or something yourself. So I just try to stay away from it and just we confine within each other and utilize this band as kind of like our stress release, I guess. So I just use this.
See, I've kind of came to the conclusion that the nicer people are, the more to be afraid of them. Because if I'm a total asshole, if I'm like, oh, hey, you know what? Yeah, like, I like you guys, but, no, I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, those people that are like, you're Jesus Christ, you walk across water. And it's like, I may like you, but I'm going to disagree with you. And if you can't accept that, like you say, if you're at the top, your family. If you're at the bottom, you're fucked. Yep. But I just think it's, like this run in particular in this time, I'm so sick of printing pictures of so-and-so now gone and so-and-so. Like, there's too much of it. So I think what you guys are doing, because your music is fucking awesome. You got that new single out. So I want you to talk about your music and your tour, because I know that's what we're here, but I got sidetracked with this because
we're covering why we're here.
Yeah, so.
I mean, the music is obviously first and foremost with us because that's our career, but the message behind it is why we're here. So what we just talked about is the reason we wanted to talk with you, is to talk about the issues that other people are struggling with and the way that they can combat those issues. Our single, it's Broken. It's one of our favorite songs off the record. It talks about that in the song, overcoming adversity. It's one of the main things that From Ashes to New targets in their music. And we're on tour right now. It's a headlining tour. It's almost over. And then we go out later this fall with Five Finger Death Punch, Breaking Benjamin, Bad Wolves, and then In Flames comes in later on. So, I mean, all that stuff you can find online.
Right.
But what we just told you before that, you can't find that everywhere online. And that's what we need to talk to people about.
So, again, guys, anybody that's out there struggling, no matter what your demons are, no matter what your religion is or is not, or whatever your vice is, you're not alone. And there's something better than the exit bag. And sometimes a lot of us come really fucking close to that, and just don't do it. You're here for a reason, and for all those people, what I find odd is like, and it's got to be hard for you guys too. Is like, I'm looking online and somebody can say, I can have a thread where 900 people said really nice things, but then there's the one like, who was the dude with the bad hair doing the interview? I'm like, okay, that was me, and it sticks.
I started at the bottom, worked my way up, not to the top, but pretty high. Fell again, hit the bottom hard. Now here we are, headed straight to the top. I don't have a doubt in my mind we're going to get there. So if you're out there and you think that it's over, you think that it's the end, or something bad just happened, and that, when that bad thing happens, life is over. There's nothing else that you can do. You, like Matt said, you get an addiction, or you do drugs, or you ultimately just do what you can to end yourself. Don't do that. There's something on the other side. There is, and that's who we are as people. It's how we build character. That's how we, become who we are to help people beyond us. Generations of people coming beyond us. That's how we help them, is to show them that we're strong, is to show them that we can do this, we can take it on. And no matter, like I say on stage, God is my witness, I will change for no man. And we're just going to continue doing what we do.
I love that. And I have one other question too, because in the world that you guys are in, and as you know, it's really easy to get your hands on addictive fun stuff, and sometimes it starts out as a party, but then it gets really sad and scary and your tits up in a gutter. But in between that, if you had to say to somebody, vices that I want to switch, instead of going out and doing that, I might go to the gym, or I might, cook. What is your alternate vice that's a good vice?
I got 2, gym and football.
Fantastic.
And music, of course, but...
Yeah, but we knew that. And what's your good advice? Your good vices?
Gym for me, I'm a big Harley guy, so honestly for me, hopping on my Harley and just riding, whether I have my headphones in or not, or just listen to the bike and just clear my head. We live in the countryside as well, so it's very common. You come back from tour, there's not a lot of craziness going on, and just do that and indulge in those things, positive things. Just try to find the positive in everything. So.
Gym question. Do you guys ever have you guys on your iPod and lift to yourselves?
Yes.
And how fucking trippy is that?
It's more or less perfecting my craft and listening to the things that maybe we missed in the process of creating. It's like, oh, next time we need to do it this way. So it's more just I'm lifting while critiquing. So it's kind of like my my Zen area for me to be able to just focus on nothing other than obviously what I'm doing, task at hand, and the music that's being fed into my head. So
The gym's kind of like you listen to those tracks that really pump you up. So it's like as we were going through the demo phase or the critiquing phase of the songs as we were doing things, it was like I was doing the same thing. I was listening to the demos and things like that and just kind of critiquing them and kind of seeing how could I relate to this song in this situation that I kind of need to utilize it and then put it to the test basically. So it's the same type of way.
I love that you do that because I will go into some gyms and don't get me wrong, I love Jewel, but when Jewel is playing, I cannot fucking get my fucking monster and I'm like, I cannot be a beast to Jewel.
will save your soul.
Exactly. Well, too late. Been stolen. See you there. All right, guys. I want to thank you for your time. You've been awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and definitely, you guys make sure you tune in and check this out. And if you need help, please fucking get help. That's all. This for me. 'Cause